And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, it's Matt Marsh. This is Dysfunction Junction.
You slick Willie cocksucker. That was
It's
good.
Matt Marsh. See, it's really nice being the canned guy in the can. So
that was
and
tremendous. And
your
Matt
face
Marsh.
is beat red right now.
This
Are you gonna die?
There. Please, that's my shirt right there. Pre-show. On the front it says, "Are you gonna die?" And on the back it says, "Please don't die."
Don't die.
Oh, guys, it's good to be back with you guys. After a tumultuous week that I never want to relive again, allow me to say to you crazy cocksuckers out there, or non-cocksuckers, depending on what you like and what you don't like,
That'd be
welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Chris Burns. Below me on the screen in his Red Sox opening day t-shirt is the one and only Possum King.
Chris Lynch.
Of course, we have in the lower left corner the lover of sandwiches. He really didn't think this through. It is the one and only Matt Marsh.
The one and only.
I didn't think this.
Thank Christ.
Glad for that. I'm glad for that term. You have no idea. The one and only. You get a bunch of Matt Marshes running around. We are screwed.
I took care of that shit.
Thank God. Tied it in a knot and just let it go. And of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. He is Big Herm Michael P.S. Herman.
Hey.
Oh,
It was looking like he got a lot of sun today.
No, that's just from us making him laugh pre-show.
Oof.
No, I had some sun today. I spent the whole fucking day. I got rid of a tree.
Oh, you did?
Well, as well you should.
Yeah.
motherfucker came down.
you bring
You want to tell the fine folks about that?
No, I burnt it.
Oh, you did?
Fucking cut it
How,
up.
how close to the house was it?
It was probably about 6 foot from the house.
Oh,
It
you burned the
was-
stump that close, really?
3 or 4. Oh no, the stump. I pulled the stump out. There's nothing left out there.
Oh,
Tree's gone. The stump's gone.
okay.
It's ready for a decoration or to put a new tree in or
Right on.
something. But yeah, there's
All right.
nothing out there. It's like it never existed.
Far out.
Oh, awesome. JR says, "What's up, boys? Somebody about time who shaved me?" Or and glad to see you back, Chris. Thank you, JR. Appreciate that. But I want Herm to tell his Herm to tell his tree story before I get into my little bit, and then we're gonna laugh at Marsh for the rest of the time.
Oh
You
yeah, I mean it was typical Colorado April. We get winds here that are on the Front Range that are a little ungodly. We were running 50, 60 mile an hour constants with 75 and 80 gusts on whatever day it was. Saturday? I think it was Saturday while I was at work. Just got to work. Yeah, so the aspen tree just fell on my motorcycle.
Is something about a steel mill burning down too, or something?
Oh yeah, well that was on the other side of town. The steel mill
okay.
was on fire, and then let's see, there's just north of town was a wildfire, and then just west of town was another wildfire, and then there was several homes that just went up, very similar to the way mine did 10, 11 years ago. Extremely windy day. A lot of people think red flag warnings are just for wildfires. Unfortunately, those winds do crazy jobs and crazy things to construction fires. So April is really smoky here. Like between the wildfires and the wind that kicks up serious dust clouds. April's rough. And then next month we have the Miller moths.
Ah, yes.
Well, hey, at least you didn't have an
like the ones I got in the fridge.
We don't get those. It's what we tell ourselves when we're cleaning a foot of snow off of our cars. We don't have alligators. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have earthquakes. We don't have alligators. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have earthquakes. And that's how Colorado gets through through the winter because we know that no matter how bad it gets, we don't have alligators, we don't have hurricanes, and we don't have earthquakes.
Could you say that one more time just to clarify? Because I think I missed one of them.
Yeah, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have earthquakes, and we don't have alligators. That's another way to look at it.
So there's no alligator farms in Colorado.
No, there's not. There's
Sure.
no.
I don't think you guys.
Alligators don't do well in the fucking
Oh.
desert. And
I just want to be clear.
contrary to popular belief, unless you're up in Denver, the trees things doesn't exist here. Everything's yellow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a desert down here.
For those that maybe watch somewhere else other than the East Coast or whatever, we had an earthquake on Friday.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
We
Really
quaked.
say.
I mean, did anybody
somewhere in North Jersey?
Did anybody watch when they started blowing through footage of we have footage coming in of the earthquake? Did you literally see when they started pumping CNN's pumping it through like the camera does this?
Yeah.
And literally everybody and the guy behind the counter was like, "Yo, can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, a chopped cheese, and two lottery tickets?"
We used
straight up New York. It was like
we used Mom's satellite TV to link into Channel 3, and we're watching the coverage. And you see this house in Torrington, security cam from a house with a long hilly driveway, and it was a bike, a Schwinn fucking bike rolled down the hill.
No, it wasn't anything of any great magnitude. I mean, 4.8
Not the
is
first one we've had.
No, and this is cyclical. It happened,
and it was lame.
It happened back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, up in Moose Up. There was a bunch of earthquakes up there, and we were getting them almost weekly.
Yeah.
It's a cycle. It happens. It's a natural occurrence, blah, blah, blah. All you fucking tinfoil hat wearing motherfuckers that think it has something to do with climate change and the eclipses due to climate change, go back under your mother's bed and just whack off for the rest of the night.
Eclipse.
Yeah, we survived an eclipse.
Fuck out of here.
It's the rapture.
I'm going to open a nightclub. I'm going to name it Eclipse. It's going to be open 2 nights a fucking year. Cover charge is going to be $5,000.
And I told you I got your bouncer.
The fuck?
His name is Rob Gustavison. He lives in Eastford, Connecticut, and he is 6'8", and that was my nickname for him because everybody gets a nickname. Why do you call me Eclipse? Because you block out the sun every time you're near me.
Fucking bunch of, because technically, according to the way that things are, Homo erectus, Cro-Magnon, Neanderthal, Homo sapiens, all of that
Bob
shit.
Backlund.
All right, so technically, according to the cycles, we are not and haven't been for about 100 for a while, even more than 100 years, but we are technically not Homo sapiens, as some of us learned in an anthropology class in high school. I don't know if you took it. We are actually considered.
We had anthropology in high school.
Yes, we did actually. I took 3 years.
The smart kids got to go to that, Matt.
Yeah, I was not. That wasn't in my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
really. You didn't think that one through, did you?
Little Tykes was in your wheelhouse.
I didn't think that through.
I got to get to Teddy's comment.
Think that through.
Herm, finish your point because Teddy is jumping ahead of the game. I love it.
We are technically the next version of that. We are technically Homo sapiens sapiens, according to the way it works on the chart, which I find extremely, extremely funny as fuck. We have the most advanced human life form on the planet, so advanced its own self has added another word to define itself for depth of knowledge. And we've got a bunch of fucking idiots running around because the sun's gonna go away like a bunch of 1,000cc Homo erectus fucking ape primates. Guys, it's a fucking eclipse. I understand it doesn't happen very often, but neither does the sun shining on a dog's asshole.
It's a good point.
Just the money that they're making. We gotta go. We're gonna pay $16,000 for a B&B.
Oh my lord! And especially up in Vermont, where they were going to get the hugest view of it. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine.
Oh yeah, and
The
that
roads by
that-
Emma's house were clogged. All the crazies, every last one of them.
there is a strip across the United States of hotel overbookings that. Come on, guys. Come
Teddy,
on.
don't worry. I'm going to get to that comment. We're going to start. I'll say my shit at the end of the show. I know Lynch has one. I have two. We got an asshole of the week or two or three or five. Matt's not familiar with asshole of the week. Hopefully Herm did his job and got the music ready. Oh, it's not about news, my friend. Not mine anyway. But the theme of the show is slang, like the slang we use, the slang the kids use today. And Teddy comes in with the first comment. He says, preppy, something kids say now that means nothing, like how we refer to it. I told, fuck.
Take the
pill.
Take the pill. Means nothing like the way we referred to it. I told them it comes from prep school, wearing pink pants and a sweater tied around your neck like the friggin' Stoches in The Outsiders. Yeah, whatever, Dad. That's not preppy. I'd love to know what kids think preppy is now versus what preppy was then, because it was Alex P. Keaton, it was Zach Morris, it was the prep school stuff, but it was a style too. You had the preppy style. You wore the alligator shirts, you wore the khaki pants, you wore the loafers that you stuck a penny. Yes, they're penny loafers, I understand, but they would literally stick a penny in the gimmick.
No
Teddy
socks.
says, exactly. See, thank
Penny
you,
loafers.
Teddy. Grow your beard back, damn it, and I'll buy you a beer. I swear to God, Teddy, I love you to death. I'll see you, hopefully CB5, whenever that happens.
Yeah, a little fun fact for you. Those pink pants were actually Nantucket Reds. That's all I got.
Really? All right. This is your show, basically, Marsh. Talk to me, man.
Why
are you so upset?
I had a show like 3-4 weeks ago.
You brought this subject up, and we all said, fuck it. We all talked to each other privately and said, want to put this motherfucker on blast? Let's do it. On blast. There you go.
Because you guys have so many friends as it is.
I know I do, and I could point to Lynch. He has several, and there's Herm. He's in 2 different states. He's got friends. Matt Marsh has us and his wife. And I'm not sure she likes him either.
She likes me.
She likes you.
According to the internet, the new use of preppy is like fun colored yoga pants, like people who wear fucking Lululemon and Lily Pulitzer.
Oh, dear Christ.
Preppy is like Lululemon and Lily Pulitzer, a young girl explained.
Are you speaking English?
Yes, he is. I have a 16-year-old. I know everything he's saying.
I don't understand that kind of English.
Preppy could be stylish and comfy, stated another girl. It's actually more of a term to refer to the girls that wear like yoga pants and shit all the time.
Wow. Can I explain something to you, modern day girls?
Everybody now.
Yeah, right. That was called the 80s.
Yogurt pants?
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, that was leg warmers.
Yeah, but neon everything and the oh shit, what do they call it? Lycra? It wasn't spandex.
Yes.
Spandex was a different thing. It was Lycra pants and
yeah. But can we all, ladies and gentlemen, can we all agree that every time these fucks have an 80s throw, like some spirit day at school, the 80s,
preach on, brother Herm, preach on,
and an 80s, and it's an 80s themed birthday party, and we've all seen what they consider the 80s look. Can we all just agree and explain and confirm that wasn't the fucking look?
No.
What everybody has pegged as the 80s look is not the 80s look.
Not at all.
There was an
exactly. All of us were there.
Bitch, I lived it, and that ain't it.
I'm gonna go through
colors all over your house,
but we all dressed differently. That's the interesting part.
Yes, we did, and I was gonna cover that.
You were preppy.
I cannot speak.
Fuck, I was.
Yeah,
the fuck he was. Nah, he was on the outskirts of preppy. He was like prep. He wasn't preppy.
I was a loner. I was out in the freaking sticks. I didn't fit in with anybody.
Let's walk this back. The preppy kids in the 80s, where preppy actually became a term, were the kids in the alligator shirts, the khaki slacks. They had the
Oh yeah, it's a
the
tournament
loafers,
made for a higher socioeconomic class.
but it was
Richer
also
kids that were also like college that was college prep school look.
college bound, right?
That was that look with the hey college boy, nice sweater.
Right. And Teddy brought that up in the comment section. So I want to give a shout out to Teddy on that one. But it was a feeling, it was a style, it was an emotion. I'm a go-getter, or so they say. I am upwardly mobile. I'm this and I'm that and whatever. Then you had the stoners.
Yuppies.
It got yuppie and preppy kind of became almost the same thing.
Well, you have to have a job and live in the
Young
city
urban
in order to be
professionals,
a
yeah.
young urban professional.
Yeah, I get
Correct.
that.
Hauling,
Like,
even if you're young and hauling trash, that ain't it.
right. But
No.
like Chris was saying, they kind of blended in certain areas. I think the
You
preppies
had-
aspired to be yuppies.
Right. You had the stoners and the metal guys. I was a metal guy, I was not a stoner, but we had sort of the same fashion sense. Torn up jeans, jean jacket, more often than not with a patch that had your
There you
favorite
go.
band.
There you go.
Oh my god. I had
a
a rotating gimmick of different back patches just to keep people on their toes. I wore boots, either motorcycle style or that 80s. You remember the 80s style with the pointed toe? They look like chick boots, but they weren't. Buckles on the side. Mine had a chain on them. Watch any
boots.
no. Watch
like bitch boots for a guy.
yeah. Watch any wrestling match from the 80s when like Jake the Snake comes up on the podium and he's wearing these boots and his jeans are tucked inside.
Yeah, that
Those
was
were the
requirement.
boots.
That was a requirement.
Yeah, it had in the 80s you had to. Acid wash jeans was also fun for the metalheads.
Yeah. Acid wash, I remember that. I think I had
Yeah, I was the guy that went through all socioeconomic groups. I didn't associate with just one. I blended in between. So my style was one day I could be wearing a jean jacket with a Metallica patch on it. The next day I could be wearing a polo shirt or a Lacoste Izod shirt and
I
khaki pants.
IOU sweatshirts. I had a lot of
I had that shit, but I was selling them too.
Z Cavarici.
I
shit.
sold that stuff. I was working in one of those places at the mall.
Where were you working?
I worked at Silverman's, which was a subsidiary of Merry Go Round and DJs and all that.
I miss Wild Bills.
I had a closet full of jams.
Wild Bills.
Yep.
Jams were the short.
And I mean, I didn't do the jean jacket with the patch on the back thing. I wasn't much into, and I think I had the closest thing I got to preppy was I had boat shoes I'd wear periodically, like the
I wore those.
shit.
I remember
And
those.
then
Thank you.
I either those or freaking it was the Converse, the Chuck Taylors. Fucking, I mean,
Never go out of style.
average.
Yeah, I was wearing Chuck Taylors when it wasn't cool.
I wasn't pegging my fucking jeans and all that other queer shit, but
My grandmother came up with a really great idea for my jean vest or my jean jacket for the patches. She'd
can't
sew
wait to hear
one
this.
on. She would sew one patch on and then just put Velcro tabs. And she's like, whatever day you feel like,
I
whatever
was going
patch
to
you want
suggest
to,
that.
and just rip it off.
So if you stopped liking the Scorpions and started liking another band, pop.
Yep.
Nice.
You
Not
can
me.
stack-
I did
you can
all my
stack your
shit
patches.
myself. From junior high, when they taught me in home economics how to sew, all my
my-
patches were done by me. All my back patches were done. My mom didn't want any part of that. She goes, "You put that nasty shit on your jacket yourself." All right.
Well, my grandmother was a seamstress, so
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
Good goddamn.
She taught me how to sew, but she wouldn't let me sew. She didn't. No. Let grandma do it. Okay,
right.
Gran.
I know. So
We'll
I do
start
too.
with Marsh. This was his get off my lawn moment. What is it? What is the term that you just absolutely despise right now? And we'll go
All of
around the
them.
horn.
All
Yeah,
of them.
he hates everything.
Anything after 1995. There it is.
Time out before stop. I don't want to say it. That's a Wednesday night thing.
Shut up, Herm.
I don't want to say. You
I
say
can say it.
Rich.
I can say it. Shut up, Herm.
Thank you.
he's so
Before,
abusive.
before we start,
You will shut your mouth, or you will be wearing this.
I forgot what I was going to say. It doesn't
Don't think
matter.
you can duct tape him from 1,800 miles away.
I'll figure
Fire
it
it
out.
off. Fire it off, Matt. Go ahead.
I think the top of my list, and the kids were doing it. My stepchildren did it from like the time they were 12 on. Is Gucci? It. Oh my god, it goes up my ass sideways.
Why you don't like nice things?
Just say fuck. I mean, I thought slang was supposed to make shit freaking easier and simpler. Why are you taking good and turning it into a 2-syllable word about a woman's fucking handbag? I don't dig it.
It's not about a handbag. It's about a brand.
It's about a
See,
class.
this is the problem. This is the problem. You think you know what it's about, but you actually don't. Not about a handbag because Gucci
about the
doesn't make
handbag.
bags.
It sounds
It's not
fucking
about
stupid.
no. It's not about handbags.
I think we're gonna watch a battle royale tonight between Marsh and Herm.
Gucci
It's
itself.
the Royal Rumble.
Right? So Gucci is some of the top of the line, the best. It's more gooder. Okay.
I know what the fuck it is. I've been doing leather repair for the last 10 years.
All right, but that's where it comes from. It's not just good, it's Gucci. It's that good. And that's what they mean. Instead of saying it's not just
Rolex.
good, it's that good, it's Gucci.
Can I
Tag
throw
Heuer.
my 2 cents in? I'm
See,
okay with
the difference is I work on a day-to-day basis and have to communicate with all of the people and all of the words that all of you are going to bring up. I have to talk to the kids at the college in the language they speak.
And it has to make sense to you.
I have to
Right.
understand it so I can understand what the fuck they're saying. If they're critiquing my food, if they say that my shit looks sus, I need to know what the fuck that is so that I can be like, what the fuck you mean? What's wrong with it? Or
Right.
That's a valid point.
It's Gucci, it's good shit. Everybody gonna want to eat it. If I can use terms that they use, it's Gucci, bro. Eat
as
it,
the
try it.
as
They
the
are
father
they're more apt to it.
as the father of a 16-year-old, and the first time I heard her use this word, she was about 14, Gucci. I heard her say it, and the first thing that came to my mind, she was talking about the gooch, which many people call the taint. Many people call,
Oh,
and I'm like, what did you just say out loud in front of people?
I
And
never
she's
heard
like,
called that.
Dad, no, it's not. It's Gucci, like the bag, like the clothing line. I'm like, huh? All right, I can
I
get
mean, I can
behind
see
that.
how I use it. How you feel? I'm feeling Gucci, spelled G. What do you mean?
GOOCHY.
I'm feeling like unnecessary and unused, and like that area between my balls and my asshole.
Exactly.
Gucci. What's wrong? Do you need a doctor?
Yeah. Are you all right? Do you need some cream? Do you need some powder? What the fuck?
Well, see, this is where I am at the complete disadvantage. I don't have a child in school. I only see my nieces and nephews on the rare occasion, like Mackenzie or Emma or any other kid that I kind of have in my life. So I'm severely handicapped when it comes to this. I don't get to talk to the 20-year-olds like her.
Right. You don't get to hear it and find out what it is the way that our
The
parents
rest-
were like, what? And would
You
have
should
to
hear-
understand and listen to a conversation and decode it.
You should listen
You
to
don't
me
get the-
watch a
the
TV show with my wife.
Oh,
I'm like, did she just speak English? What does that mean? Because especially if it's like a modern show set in modern times. What does that mean? Did I miss something? Did I
it's
miss
like
that
the
class?
first time I heard Trav use the word bet.
Oh my god.
I
Not a
don't mind.
fan.
I don't care. But the first time he's like, bet. I'm like, $20.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I'm like,
What does that mean? Teach
"Oh,
me.
bet, Pop.
Sprain yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, $20. I'll bet $20. He's like, what?
No,
What does it
you're
mean
like,
then?
What? Because that's a word. And please explain.
That's how you
now.
say. Okay, so like, grab your shit. Grab your shit. I want to go out to eat, and you're coming with me. And Chris goes, bet. That means he understands and he likes the idea and he's all in, and every other expression that wraps into that. Come on, grab your shit. We're going to get a burger. Bet.
Yeah, we had a word for that, and it was an amalgamation of all right, and we just
Right,
slammed it together and went.
Right.
"Aight."
It was I.
It's like
But-
saying herd in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Kind of. It was just a way to acknowledge, and that's a good idea. That's
Okay.
bet. I agree with
I
it.
get it. And I understand where it comes from. Like you're playing street craps. Guy yells bet, you go bet. I heard you. I
Right.
acknowledge you. I can understand that. Now it makes sense. Make
Right.
things make sense, people. Help me. Help the 52-year-old stuttering fuck who doesn't understand modern language.
You said it. I
You know,
didn't.
and the kids now, their thing is shortening words.
Mhm.
Do any
Well,
of you
since
know
you're
what,
next, hit it.
do any of you know what Riz is?
Respect.
Charisma.
No, it's charisma.
Okay.
And if you and I've started, if you
He's got Riz.
if you start going through the phonics and of the words, basically what they're doing is a lot of the words are shortened down to the accented syllable of the word. Okay,
Which is
I see what you're saying.
retarded.
right. Well,
But-
so like charisma is the Riz,
It's the middle
has-
syllable.
right?
Yep.
Suspect. Sus is the
That's
it's
That's where you
it's-
put your emphasis.
right. It's the emphasis, and it's also enough of the word that tells you, yo, spect doesn't sound right. But sus is the first. You get the idea of it's as it sounds like part of the word it's supposed to
Right.
to mean. But yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the words are just that's their thing. That's their. Our words were all singular words, and they were grander.
Well, you're like bitching.
Awesome.
were
They were all
awesome.
very. It was awesome.
Tubular.
Right.
Tubular.
No.
We used, huh?
We didn't
Tubular.
use tubular.
We'll get
No.
back around to you. Don't
Well, that
worry
was
about it.
That was a joke. That was a joke from like what's that? Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, it was a California server. Shit.
But it made its way out here to East Coast where we all grew up.
Yeah, because in Connecticut we were so close to the fucking valley, yet the girls talked that way. So
Yeah, they
next-
did.
Bingo.
so we lived in the valley, right? No, yeah, the
No,
valley
you-
of the East Coast. So
You lived in Pleasure Valley at the border of Norwich and Baltic. That was a nice trailer home park where I played basketball and spent some of my formative years. You didn't live in the valley where this came from. Rotten bitches.
Yeah. And you smell funny.
No, some of them smelled really nice. I ain't gonna
But
lie.
yeah, I mean, it's the everybody and every generation and every peer group has its own slang, and
Sure.
it's just
One
the way
mo-
it works. I mean, like nobody's talking about out of sight. Like the old people, that's out of sight. Okay,
Groovy.
so that so that's out of
Back
sight.
in the 60s,
So-
yeah.
So what? Now instead of just saying one word, we had the same word. Cool.
Cool.
So
Sweet.
some generations have nice long sayings.
Heavy,
Some
man. That's
generations
heavy.
shorten them. Some generations, some use completely other words to mean something else. Kind of like Sandos. I rattled Sandos off yesterday, and you're like, "What the fuck's a Sando? Where country is that from? Who makes that? What kind of cuisine?" I'm like, "No, it's Sandos." It rolls in my head because, like, what are we doing? What are we selling today?
Yeah, I thought I was going to learn some new cool shit.
You did. Sandos.
You did.
No, what's on the menu today? Yo, pulled pork Sandos, bro. But that's how it rolls off. It's so common in my head, in my world.
Yeah.
There it is. Now you guys will be rolling like, yo, chicken Sandos, bro. Woo!
Bingo,
I mean-
because I'm a big fan of the Sammy. Like, wait, what? Chicken Sammy. Boom. You know what I mean. Or back in the day when I don't know if we coined the phrase or we just adopted it, sandwich, SAMMICH.
Yep.
Everything was sandwich. But if I got to go on this,
out here a lot, I say a sandwich because that's
Sandwich.
you have to.
yo, you want a
Sandwich.
sandwich?
I
Yes.
say that every once in a
I
while.
want a sandwich.
One of the
Sandwich.
ones I hate, and I'm like, you guys are just lazy, is mid. Oh, that's just mid.
Yeah, I agree.
You can just say it sucks. You can just say it's mediocre, which again, it's the lazy part. I'm taking this word, I'm gonna squeeze it down. It's mid.
Yeah, I mean
What
that
the
just,
fuck?
that derives just from that's just mid grade.
Sure,
Mid-grade,
but
middle of
at the
road.
same time, it's like to hear it so often that the term loses its meaning. But then again, I'm a guy who at 51 years old still uses dude like a comma.
Oh, I do.
So-
Yeah, I use dude a lot.
And for us, dude was one of two things. It was a welcoming phrase when you see your friend walk in, "What's up, dude?"
Dude.
Or you're trying to make a point. It's dude. Seriously? You knew when you heard dude and it came out like that, or as mine and
Right.
Lynch's friend would say, go ahead, my friend,
dude,
he would draw it out. So you knew at that point he was frustrated. But we made dude mean like 100 billion things, which was
Dude.
great. But to me, mid, it's like, could you be a little more specific? Someone said not too long ago, oh yeah, me and my family went to Mount Rushmore. It was kind of mid. I'm like, what? A guy goes up there and chisels out these faces on the side of a mountain, and it's mid. What is your idea of high value?
Oh, what's his expectation? Yeah.
Exactly. But you go see this beautiful piece of artwork, that's kind of mid.
Yeah.
I can't wait for someone to say the Grand Canyon is mid. Like what?
Well, it
Fuck
just
you.
shows you it just shows you that this generation, the current generation, has no respect for what they have around them. They don't really have an understanding of it. It's a required little bullet point in history class. Yeah, Mount Rushmore is where it is. It exists. Move along. They don't go by the story behind it. They don't, and why it's important.
Oh, it could be an age thing too.
It is, well, maybe because we're closer to that actually being a big deal than they are.
You're closer to the actual age of the fucking stone that it's created at.
Shut
No,
the fuck
no.
up, Herm. All right.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
still wait.
It's going to be a two-way tag team between me and Marsh and fucking Herm. Where is he? Over there.
I do have to say
Tag
this.
team.
I'm waiting for her.
Well, no,
to ask me.
not like tag team. We're like tap in and tap out.
Yeah, I ain't
I don't
oiling up or nothing. Fuck that.
I don't do this. I don't do this like Herm does. But I'm waiting for Herm to ask me 3 Guns N' Roses songs that aren't "Welcome to the Jungle" because I'm wearing the shirt tonight.
You can have it.
Oh, the Nirvana thing. That was hilarious.
No, I remember hours of driving around in a Volkswagen listening to that tape. So it
See, I don't
do that shit. Only because my daughter was raised right, so I'm sure she's passed some of that on to her friends. Like, oh, you're wearing a Kiss shirt. My dad loves Kiss. Here, I'll play you these 3 songs. Emma is like me. She doesn't like the huge hits like Rock and Roll All Night and whatever. She likes some of the meteor stuff, and that's good for her.
I miss the kids at school all the time. I had this kid come up where now he's a big Rush fan. All right, and
Fuck Rush.
so
Yeah,
Some
he
guys
comes
dig
up,
it.
and he was like, "Yeah, this isn't for you." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "This food, it's not for you."
for you.
And he's like, "What are you talking about? It's not for you. It's for him
Kenny,
and for her,
Kenny just-
but it's not for you." I said, "You want to eat dinner? You're gonna have to take that whole fucking Rush shirt right off."
Yeah.
You don't even ask him. You're
boot.
just like, fuck Rush. I love it.
See, I don't have any current like slang that I don't like because again, I don't hear it. One that's making a comeback though is fetch from like
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
from the mid
What is
90s.
fetch?
All right, so back in the mid 90s, 1995, Alicia
That would be the mid
Silverstone.
90s.
Alicia Silverstone stars in Clueless.
I thought it was Mean Girls.
No.
That was Lindsay Lohan.
That was Lindsay Lohan.
And that was "Get in, loser. We're going shopping."
Yes.
Yeah, but I heard fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. This is one of my favorite movies. Is Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, the first original
Never
Mean
seen it.
Girls. It's funny. It's really funny.
Good
and
Christ, Marsh, what is wrong with you?
You know
I've seen
what?
Clueless.
For as much shit that Lindsay Lohan gets now, she was really good in that. She actually acted her ass off. But anyway, fetch was kind of in the Clueless era. And then what's funny is 2008 when Mean Girls comes out, the line "Stop trying to make fetch happen" was making fun of that. And then now here we are in 2024. It's making a comeback. I hear it once in a while. Oh, it's so fetch.
Okay.
I'm like,
I'm just glad.
what is that? All right, fetch.
What does it mean?
That is like,
Cool. It's like a
cool.
different cool.
All you stupid dog.
yeah.
It's
Well, I
Gucci.
know. You have that version.
Come
no,
on,
it
bro.
just means like it's cool. It's hip. It's whatever you
fetch.
want to fucking call it. It's so fetch. Like, look at my new handbag. It's so fetch. Like it like it's a get. Like it's a huge get. Look at my bag. It's so fetch. I got it this weekend. Well, whatever.
I never heard that.
No, pay attention to Mean Girls. It's in there a couple. I
I never saw Mean Girls, so
Clueless.
probably
Clueless.
like-
I'll have
It's
to
in-
go back and
it's in
check Clueless
a couple
because
times. and I think it's
Oh,
in a
what a
couple
great
of
film.
other '90s movies. One of my favorite
Ooh,
films
this-
from the '90s.
As if.
It's got
No,
a
I
great.
hate that one. Oh, fuck.
It's got a great cast in it.
No, just
Mostly
as if. I know what you're saying,
as
Lynch.
if.
I'm sorry, but he threw as if out there, and it made the fucking spine crinkle. Oh fuck, I hated that.
It made your Gucci
As-
Gucci twitch.
Made your nipples hard?
It did. My Gucci is currently itching.
Well, that's
That
a
was
wiping problem.
There's a finger for that.
I tried earlier. I used a baby wipe too,
Ooh,
Baby wipes
Pharmacy
are
has
good.
ointment for that.
with
You gotta get-
aloe.
you got to get some like 1,000 grit sandpaper, wet sandpaper.
Yeah,
then-
I don't think I want to do that. Thank you, though.
Well, they make man
Asshole.
ponds for your.
How about no?
How about no?
How
No.
no?
How about no, Scott?
All right,
I
we
like
have
the- The whole '90s, actually, from like '92 to like '99, you could all those catchphrases then and like slang.
I don't
Is it-
remember any of those.
There's
I'm
so
trying to
much.
think.
There's so many. Like
Nice.
alrighty then, that was like you would use that
Oh,
as
the
a
Ace
punct-
Ventura shit. Yeah.
you would use
Yep.
that as a punctuation mark at the end of end of a funny joke or a story or something. Alrighty then, or an
You're right,
awkward
you're right.
situation. Do
when
not
did
go
Sling
in there.
Blade? You're the movie
all
guru.
right,
When
then.
did Sling Blade come out?
1997, 96.
How often do you hear
Is it
me
that
in a
late?
phone conversation or on this show go, "I den
All right then.
daily"?
The short film came out in
Right,
like
but
90,
that's I
94.
gotta say honestly, those are adapted sayings. Those aren't slang.
But you start using it, and so there you go. How do you define slang then? Slang, because you could for
Popular usage.
my point of argument is
slang
already then.
Slang is lingo. It is language used within a group, a specific group, an identifiable group. Everybody on the planet that's quoting "alrighty then" doesn't make it slang.
Yeah, it's just a movie quote.
But it
Yeah,
sort of does.
but it works your way into your like common language. See, that's how I look at slang.
It did last for a few
work-
years, quite a
It's
few years.
it's little things that like that work your way into like an everyday
Right.
conversation.
Difference is "alrighty then" doesn't make it into the dictionary as a word, whereas
True.
awesome has a completely new or some word like that has a specific definition.
Oh,
Like groovy.
Speaking of
Groovy
that-
actually has a dictionary entry.
Right, it
with
doesn't-
that,
Right.
with
While
that
while it
implication.
means there is something with grooves in it, it also means the slang definition.
right.
Which-
Well,
and once
take
adopted,
for example,
right.
Yesterday's eclipse. It's an astronomical event. Why? Because it's studied by astrologers or astronomers, or it's an astronomical event. I screwed up that terminology. And somebody said to me, "That's not what astronomical means." I'm like, "You've never read a book, have you?
Ooh.
This is an astronomical event." No, astronomical means like a huge number. I'm like, yes,
Oh
it
my
does.
Right.
Read
Right.
a
Where do you
fucking
think it
book.
came from?
Kind of like phobia. Phobia does not mean hate; it means fear,
Thank
an
you.
irrational fear. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the line. The next person I have to teach what the word phobia means, I'm just gonna slap shit out of him and I'm gonna record it and we're gonna play it on the show because I cannot explain this too many times. That word has been basically co-opted by anybody who thinks that you hate something. It's you're phobic. You're afraid of this. No, I'm not. I just don't like it. I don't know what the other word for hate is, but if you had a word, but you co-opted phobia, nobody is afraid of your trans friend. I'm not afraid of your trans friend. I don't disparage them, their lifestyle. But if I don't agree that a man can be a woman or a woman can be a man, doesn't make me phobic. I have a fear of rats. There is a term for that. I don't know what it is, but if I was afraid of spiders, I'd be arachnophobic. If I have fear of heights, it's agoraphobic. That words have meaning, but don't co-opt them. I get where Herm is coming from with the shortening of words, although I may or may not be a fan of a lot of them, but I understand it. We all went through our teenage phase where we used words that our parents looked at us and went, "You are truly retarded."
Musophobia.
Musophobia?
Muso. M-U-S-O phobia.
That sounds right. Thank you.
The Greek root for mouse, rodent,
Mhm.
muso.
The
Yeah, well,
irrational fear
guess
of
what?
mice.
I don't hate mice. I'm afraid. I hate mice, rats, vermin.
Do you guys know why? And I learned this last night. Do you guys know why we have the Arctic and the Antarctic?
No.
It's the polar well, yeah, literally polar opposite.
No. It's close. Okay,
Here.
so the top half has bears. The Latin word for bear is turo.
Okay.
Arturo, which is or artist, which is like where King Arthur. That word Arthur is actually roots to bear. Okay, so up above has bears. What is Antarctica? There's no bears. It's the bears is literally the term for the top of the world and the bottom of the world. The difference in the name legitimately is bears.
Bear or no bear?
There are no bears in Antarctica.
And where did you learn this?
I was watching a show on like BBC and they were
Nice.
talking about it. I was just like, oh, it's because the Arctic has bears and the Antarctic does not.
Interesting. I learned something new today.
Yeah, I was like,
did
oh,
I mean,
that's kind of cool when I break down the words and shit. But
Yeah, I dig it.
I mean, I find your description kind of sus, but
so fetch.
you're allowed to.
But
You're allowed to.
but your description was pretty Gucci. So
Jesus Christ.
I'm
For
hoping
real,
that
for
no,
real.
Jesus Christ is different.
For real.
That's a totally different story.
Yeah, he wore a robe and sandals. This has nothing to do with Jesus.
He was. It wasn't cold where he was at all.
Yeah, he wasn't Gucci, nor did he want to be.
No.
All right. I know I
Anyway.
skipped the line. We're back at the beginning. All right, hit me with one. Come on, Marsh.
Oh boy.
Shit. Trying to think.
You guys
Way to
want to see
prepare, kid.
Matt's face light up?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
1980s giant hair.
Aquanet. Oh,
See? Look, do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? That nigga just smelt it. He was just like, I can smell it.
ooh, yep.
The
White Rain
extra hold
I
smelled
remember it.
different.
They wore white or used White Rain shampoo, and then they
Yes.
sprayed themselves down
Yo,
with
the
Aquanet.
fucked up part is that you can't get that kind of hairspray anymore.
Nope.
So you
It's an EPA thing.
see people on social media trying to do like the big hair look, and they're going through like 7 cans of spray and they cannot get that shit to hold. And they're like, what the fuck did you use?
They need to get
what do
lacquer.
I need to do? I'm like, you need
Go to the
Aquanet,
hardware store.
the big can, all right, the big can, like 22 inches long. It held 1.5 gallons of hairspray. Like it was so big it had a shoulder strap.
Yeah.
So I'm reading through this thing on my phone right now. I punched in popular slang words really mean. So and this is like current edition. Clap back. We already know what that is. You're like talking back. You're giving
back?
Clap like clap back. Like if you present an idea or a thought to me and I oppose it or whatever, I'm gonna talk back to you or throw my hand up and give you grief about it.
It comes from a
Basically what it
certain
means.
demographic slang, like their mother would say something, and be like, "Don't you tell me what to do."
Yeah, that's where it came from.
That's kind of where it's arrived from. So
I
when
never heard
somebody
it.
says something to you, yeah, well, you don't know a lot of black people, so there it is.
So another one is
are you kidding me, Terry? Your fucking hair, you carried around like a double barrel shotgun. Yes, I'm sure of it. I've seen the pictures. I dated you. I know.
You married her.
She got long
Another
hair
one is,
now. I was
You
shocked.
know how much hairspray that hair required.
So another one is flex. Okay, I get it's a weird flex. It's an awesome flex. Or man, that was a bad flex, bro.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Heard.
That's like bragging or boasting.
I
This
like
one
the
I
word
can't-
flex, but it has to
I'm
be
not familiar
used
with
correctly.
flex.
I don't know if this is slang, but it's okay, boomer.
Oh yeah, that's been
Ghosted.
popular the last few years.
Well,
Ghosted.
Boomer now is but Boomer is not just.
No,
Problem is they don't understand. They're not educated enough about the generations to know. Basically, any person over the age of 40,
it's
a
you and
boomer.
me and everybody above it.
that
Yep.
has maybe some that does not have the
Non-progressive
most
thinking.
progressive thought in the world coming out of their mouth all the
Yep.
time. So it's kind of like it's kind of not it's used as a pejorative slang for like older people to discredit them.
Yeah, it's
Like, you don't, your ideas don't matter, Boomer.
Well, they don't know what the word actually means, where it came from. The baby boom generation was post World War II when all the GIs came home. At World War II in Korean wars.
well, that's
all
where
the GI
Boomer came from.
all the GIs came home, started having babies. Lots of babies happened after
My
the World War
parents were
II.
boomers. Yeah.
My dad was born in 47. My mom in
That was
52.
my dad. 40 was born
Yeah,
in
my
47.
parents were 45 and 46. So
And so the baby boom generation was mid to late 40s into the 50s. A lot of those people are dead. So you're talking to ghosts. So if you're gonna be a prick about it, at least educate yourself about what you're actually saying. Like Byrne says, language matters.
Yeah, but nobody seems to be coming for Gen X.
it does, and they
No,
I
because
watched a lot of-
because we're lumped in with the boomers. That's what I'm saying. We are
No,
not.
Or,
We
no,
are not.
or-
We
or-
are.
no, we're not. That's the whole point. They know we're here, but nobody wants to engage Gen X.
Well,
Nobody
because
wants
we're
to-
fucking
nope.
crazy.
Well, we don't care.
I think I posted something about that not too long ago. But
Yeah, you did, and
We don't
and
care.
there's a lot of truth to it.
a whole shitload of truth because we were raised. I think we're the most unique generation within the last 100 years.
We're the
because-
smallest generation. Do you know why? Because
The songs died.
all the weak ones died the fuck off.
Yeah,
Generation X is the smallest generation by number of
the
bodies.
Darwin Awards were,
All right.
which is funny because the baby boom. Well, no, actually, that was a generation after us. No, you're
We
right.
were Generation X. You know what happened if you were stupid and didn't follow instructions and you did too much dangerous shit? You didn't make it, and here we are.
Yeah, we are the survivors of our own childhood. Is like when younger people ask me what was it like growing up in the 70s and 80s. Every man for himself, and you learned the hard way.
Yeah, like
you
we left the
you
house.
broke a bone. You came home with a fucking head split wide open. You came home with a BB embedded in your fucking ass cheek or your forehead because you were doing dumb. We were dumb, and we were fearless. We're the last fearless generation because we came after our parents.
We talk about it years later, comparing notes like those guys in the boat on Jaws.
Well,
You know,
and like the scene in Chasing Amy when they're talking about.
Well, that
scars.
was from Jaws, basically. Yeah.
Based on that premise.
Yeah.
We got scars. I got scars all over me to prove I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I got hit by a fucking car and lived. I mean, come on. I rode my tricycle down. Drove my tricycle down my parents' steps when I was 3 years old and broke my right arm and bruised my other. I'm fucking dumb.
Yep. Bicycle handlebar through my head.
No, why don't you and your friends go play in the road?
Go play in traffic is what I used to hear.
With the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, my father used to, that. If I didn't like something, my father used to tell me go sit on the curb.
We used to play wiffle ball in my front yard, right on Eastern Point Road, Matt. That house that's right in front of the south yard or north yard. Second base was in the parking lot across the street. My parents didn't give a fuck. Our little front postage stamp was first part of third, and home plate was the front porch. We were playing wiffle ball on the fucking street with EV traffic pouring out at 4:30 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock.
Our parents would watch us assemble the most dangerous fucking ramp made out of the thinnest fucking wood that we stole and somehow layered 73 different small pieces into something with one loss. Somebody found a 2x6 board up the middle. All right. Yeah. Our parents literally watched us build death traps and went, good luck.
Yeah.
That's how I got
don't come crying to me. But Well, we were the last
riding your bicycles off the roof. I mean, we were fucking
fuck
nuts.
dude. When the backyard in that house would get snow drifts because the wind would whip down that driveway coming down, and then they get the crosswind from the water. There would be like 8-foot snow drifts in the backyard. We would climb out my bedroom window on one of those little inflatable sleds, sled off the roof into the backyard, and slide down like an 8-foot embankment to the chain link fence right in front of the fucking EB yard. I mean, we were crazy.
Yeah,
My
we did
dad's like-
something similar in my neighborhood. We had what we called the bike path, and during the winter we would sled down it. But then we got the bright idea, as the turns, we would build berms. So you would wing, and where does the bike path let off? In the middle of the fucking street. So we'd have a kid at the bottom. If a car was coming, we go brake, and you would throw your fists into the snow to brake yourself. If you didn't have one of those cool sleds that had the handle brakes, you just did whatever you could not to get hit by a car.
I'm gonna say this: sledding down Buckingham.
Oh my God.
Amen.
You had to put one kid down at the bottom of the fucking hill. His
Catch him.
job was literally to watch traffic
Mm-hmm.
and to time it.
Yep. We had we did leaf cleanup in our neighborhood back in the old neighborhood, and they took it down to this junkyard that they had there, and we would go to the top of the junk pile. This is how stupid we were, but look, we all survived, didn't we? Yeah, Terry, I agree. Norwich Golf Course sledding there was freaking amazing. We'd go to the top of the junk pile and jump. This had to be a good 15, 20 feet into this leaf pile that they had put there, and we all survived. Hurricane of 84, which was Gloria, I believe.
Yeah,
A tree fell in the woods by this, used to be a stream. Now it's just where those people in that area threw their leaves. We would jump off the fallen tree like Superfly fucking Snuka into this leaf pile. I could take you to this ditch right now. It was a good 7-8 foot ditch, but the locals would throw all their leaves in this ditch because who gives a shit? I mean, it killed the stream, but it was a stream, and it didn't feed anybody or water anybody. Fuck it. So we would jump off this log like we were Jimmy Snuka without killing our girlfriend in Pennsylvania and land in these leaves, and we had the best freaking time. It was amazing. Just freaking amazing.
So every generation that they're after us has just become softer and softer and softer. Because when we started having kids, we're like, we got to stop our kids from doing the dangerous shit we did. So we were started a little bit more protective.
Not me.
And then those kids,
colleges got involved, and
then those kids are now having children.
Yeah, I know.
Because people are having kids that it's kind of down the middle now. When we were born, our parents were pretty young because you did your thing, went to high school, college, you got married.
Yep.
Right away. And then you started your family. And then my parents were similar. My parents are a couple of years difference, but they were married fairly young. Now, I mean, we don't see people our age when we were in our 30s. That's when people start to get married. And then they have a child. But then there's that other half of our generation that had kids really early. Now those kids are having kids. And that's where shit goes right off the fucking rails. It's just
my issue being a father of a young lady is twofold. Is one, I want to swerve her away. They always say a parent's job is to see around the corner for you, but let you walk around the corner. Mine is. Go ahead, please.
You want to teach them to see the forest through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and mine is
to look past these three corners.
Mm-hmm. Mine is I'm trying to steer her in the right direction, but then I have to hold myself accountable for some of the silly shit I did as a teenage boy. And faith out of the let's throw my faith out of the window. having my daughter was the greatest gift on earth, but I'm being punished mentally for it because I now have to go, not every boy has your best intention at heart. Ha ha. And I have to play the role. Someday she'll ask me these questions, and someday I'll be comfortable answering them when she's 55. But
and you're dead.
No, I God willing, I'll still be here. But again, there's a certain. I tell her every time she has an issue, I'm like, well, what do you think, Dad? I'm like, well, I've been a teenager, but I've never been a teenage girl. So I don't know quite how to answer this. And it will always fall back to here's what I think you should do. Here's what you think you should do. Find someplace in the middle and run with it.
Right.
But I would swear Travis was born in our generation to a point. His fear level isn't high at all. He does some crazy shit. You darn right. Let Herm take that one over. What did Trav do as a kid that, other than getting a hole in his skull, could be told on this here podcast?
Trav wasn't that way till he got a little older.
I mean, I see you as a pretty fearless kid.
Who? Herm?
Herm, when he was growing up.
Herm had zero fear.
For the most
that
part.
I know about.
For the most part. I mean, he was, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't until he was out and going out and playing and getting a little older. When he was really, really young, up to 10, he was kind of quiet.
Yes.
It's always the quiet ones you gotta watch.
He was kind of quiet. He got picked on a little. There was a couple of things. So he wasn't really, it wasn't until he got a little older and found, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Till he was like 10 or 11 and started having friends like at school and hanging out with friends, and that he definitely developed into being much more willing to try some crazy shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that's just something you're either born with or you're not. I mean, I was a pretty timid kid. I was kind of like Travis. I was a pretty timid kid up until about 8, 9, 10 years old. And then that's when the fear switch went off. Because I did some really fucking crazy shit. But then I knew guys that my age that I grew up with, and I still know them. They didn't do anything. They wouldn't venture down that path. Maybe it's like something inherent in your wiring in your brain, or just you don't feel morally you should act that way. I mean, it's kind of 50-50 for most people, because those who are taught, morals at a really young age, this is evil, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have that real more straight and narrow approach to life than, fuck it, I'll jump off the roof. I don't give a shit.
Not everybody's going to grow up to be Mick fucking Foley.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing is that you give them the rules, and not every kid plays this way. But when you know what the rules are, and depending on what your rules are, you can play right to the far edge of the fence. And not all kids play right to the far edge of the fence, and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always played right close to the fence so that I could, duck over real quick and come back.
There was gray area.
Yeah, I always played real close to the outer limits of what.
Well, let me ask you a question as the father of 3 boys. I look back at my high school years, and I remember, I'm going to throw some names out here that may make Marsh's eyebrows go high. I remember myself, Jason Keene, Chris Suter, Mark Swafford, and a couple other guys go down from where Jason Keene lives down where the power lines are. This is how stupid we were. Yeah, we found this opening near Jason Keen's house where we're like, this would be a great campsite. And we cleared it. We did all the work. We leveled it, and we built a campsite there. We set up permanent tents that for 3 years were there. Whenever you needed a quiet place to go, you had to fight with folks, go down to the campsite. You had a little girlfriend in the area, go down to the campsite. The bunch of us want to get together and somebody wants to buy us a 30 rack of beer, go to the campsite. And that's what we did. And I would just say, hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going to go camping with my nickname for him was Spoo, Chris Suter. Me and Spoo are going to go camping for the weekend. Oh, yeah, cool. All right, see you Sunday night. Just make sure you're home by 7. So from Friday night to Sunday night, I'm living in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
They had zero problem with it for 2 reasons. 1, I was semi-responsible, and 2, they knew Chris Suter wasn't going to get me killed. But that was how it was. I remember the first time my mom found this little green can. Back then it wasn't green. My boy. Look what they've done to my boy. First time her and my dad found a can of chog in my sock drawer. You doing that at school? Nope. You doing that in the house? Nope. Don't let me see it. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Done. Because they both knew, much like if Anna has a vape pen. Strawberry cheesecake gimmick Schneebitz Fernum, not unlike Herm's blueberry fucking pancake one that he used to violate my car with. But I'm like, be responsible. Don't do it in school. If your mom's okay with it, I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. But whatever you do, if there's a place that says no, don't fucking do it.
Right.
And that goes back to Herm's point. You know the rules, you know the limits, but you can push limit. But to follow the rules for me now at 51 is kind of you follow the rules ish. Right. But back then it was if you have respect for the rules, you can push that limit. You can go. If they tell you X, you're going to try Y. If they tell you Y, you're going to try Z. You're going to try to push and push and push each and every day. And we've gotten off the topic, but go ahead, Herm.
For me, it's I'm closer to the end of my life than I am to the beginning of my life.
You don't know that.
I do. And a lot of times it's just my older man's head going, what if we did
I didn't think this through.
I didn't think this through. You went Matt Marsh.
So what if we really did it though? I mean, how bad?
So let me mix some Matt Marsh and Ricky Bobby into this in one sentence because I really didn't think this through. But with the advances in modern technology, there's no reason that I couldn't see myself living till 140, 150. I'm on fire.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see if I could pop Herm. That was all. Watch Wednesday nights. I can pop Herm in the middle of a show. You're like, I'm on fire.
You're not on fire.
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
I'm a Tom Cruise.
If you're not watching on Wednesday nights, you damn well should. I'm gonna tell you a little story real quick. We'll get back to the words in a minute because I think Marsh has about 16 more now that he's had time to think. I don't swim in money, but bills get paid. And somebody said to me, William Byron's a long shot this weekend. I said, really? Let me go look it up. I went on DraftKings. Haven't been on DraftKings in months. Had to go through the whole rigmarole of re-signing in. And, obviously I go to Florida. I do the thing I did. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw a couple bucks on William Byron. Threw $10 on Willie B. Willie B wins the race from a long shot position at a track he sucks at. Made $130. Now, to say that, I said at the beginning of the race, I'm like, you know what? I've given you everything I've ever given in the last few years of my life. And now you've just taken somebody that's very important to me. You kind of owe me real quick. That was kind of the prayer. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, you kind of owe me a little something right now.
Give me a
And
little,
sure as
give me a
shit,
little taste.
sure as shit, Willie B wins the race. And I have to say, with 3 laps to go, and this is tomorrow night's talk, when some asshole that we all hate blew a tire, I am cussing everything that isn't named Chris Burns in this world. I cussed the driver. I may have cussed Lynch. I know I cussed the guy who made my pizza the night before. I cussed everybody. But hey,
So you're a little upset.
I was, but Willie B ended up winning the race, so I was happy. Past that, when we look at our terms from back in the 80s, I know each one of us has one that we don't like, that we didn't like then and we don't like now. We've gone through sus and bet and for real and dead. I don't think anybody said dead ass no cap, but I like dead ass. No cap
no
doesn't
cap,
make any sense to me.
Yeah, no caps. Like,
Wait, let's go to the Herman Dictionary. It's like
I know what
Urban
it means
Dictionary,
now.
but Herm's going to explain it. No cap.
I
How
can
can
tell
you?
you what it means.
My favorite thing is when you guys text me and go this and this and this. I'm like, truth. One syllable. It's out the door.
Mhm.
No
Yeah,
cap.
but it's like saying
Why?
that ain't no lie.
It's
that-
no lie. Yeah.
It just means you're not telling a lie.
Man, I understand that. I've read the Urban Dictionary online when I hear shit I don't know about. But at the same time, I'm like, no cap. You could just say truth. You just saved yourself a syllable.
Right.
Done. Like bet, but different. It is what it is. Starting with Marsh, what was your least favorite term as we were growing up? And we'll go from
Jesus. So we were
from
growing
birth
up.
from birth to say we'll go to 1995 when we were all in our 20s and trying to become adults because only some of us succeeded and some of us failed.
I'm gonna have to come back around on that. Like I said, I'm thinking that far back. Literally is a big pet peeve of mine, but I don't think it goes back quite that far.
Yeah, it really does though.
Well, the actual definition of it, but when did it start getting used how it's used now, which is just wrong?
I could point back to 1989.
Yeah, I would say late
Really?
80s into
What
the
word?
90s. Literally. Like literally. Because I remember girls as a senior in high school in 90 in my
everything was literally,
literally,
and it's
ate my
never gone away.
he like literally ate my pussy. And I farted on him, and it was a great night.
Literally.
You mean figuratively?
Yeah, you kind of did because nobody bit your snatch off. Did I say snatch? Yes, I did. And I'm unapologetic.
I didn't like bitching. I thought that was dumb. Yeah, that's bitching.
The only time I liked it was the song Bitchin' Camaro.
Bitching Camaro. I was listening to Dead Milkmen last night.
Who said that? Who sang that?
Dead Milkmen.
Yep.
Oh, I vaguely
what was their other hit? Herm knows.
You'll dance to anything, and then there was Punk Rock Girl.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my shuffle.
Big Lizard in My Backyard.
Never heard it.
Beach Party Vietnam.
I've heard that.
That's off the album Big Lizard in My Backyard.
Okay. I'll be looking some shit up tonight.
Their later stuff, Bucky Fellini album Forward, gets more like techie rock instead of punk rock.
All right.
I loved them growing up. They were one of my favorite like out there bands.
They were fun.
They didn't take themselves seriously.
They were like Green Jello. They were like King Missile. There's so many bands that were fun, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We'll do fun bands another time. I like where this is going, though. Herm, a term from our youth that you absolutely hated.
No. I can't really think of anything. I mean, it was all.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going back that far.
Well, too bad you came up with this
No,
shit.
we
Deal with it, asshole.
but that was all just common shit.
Fucking love
This
you
was
for that, Marsh.
thrust upon me like greatness.
No, you brought it up, and we just decided that this was the topic.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Let's
how the
fucking
shit comes
Marsh
up.
again.
Yeah, well, welcome to the show, brother. While you're drinking your Coors Banquet Light.
No,
Give
it's
me chills.
watermelon sparkling seltzer tonight.
You know how I know you're gay?
Very nice.
How do you know I'm gay?
Because you're drinking
And it's-
watermelon sparkle seltzer. Although I can't lie. While I was in Florida, I did drink a high noon seltzer gimmick, and it was grapefruit flavored, and it was very tasty. And in Herm's honor, whether I did or not cannot be determined in a court of law. You leave me alone, asshole.
And I did. That mustache.
You guys got the video. I drank a Red's Apple Ale in Herm's honor.
Oh, yeah,
live in living color.
You drank an apple juice.
I drank apple juice in Herm's honor.
Yeah, it's like an apple soda, bro. It's
nice.
really nice.
I didn't hate it. Let me put it that way. I didn't hate it. It's not going to be a go-to, but if I want something light and not going to get me absolutely shit hammered, yes, I'll go to a Red's Apple Ale.
Oh, it'll get you just as shit hammered as any other 12-ounce bottle of beer on the planet.
Yeah, but I'm not going to buy a 30 rack of Red's Apple Ale. I'm going to buy a 6 and just chill. You know what I mean?
The
only reason I hammered that one is because I'm making a video for you. For you. Go ahead.
When I had it, I didn't hate it because I'll drink apple juice on a very rare occasion. I didn't hate it. It's just too sweet, I think. I was never a sweet beer or sweet.
Enough.
Yeah. Sugar melts in sugar melts in the rain.
Oh my God, I heard that shit out loud.
But yeah, I wasn't a sweet drinker, cocktail or beer guy. And so I would have like one on a hot summer day. I would consider to have had one after like mowing the lawn or something.
Okay.
My wife likes them.
Okay, so one of the things that I hated hearing, and I don't know to this day, I don't understand it. I hated it then. If I watch a movie from that era, the 80s, mid to late 80s, I hate it now, was gag me with a spoon.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge or is that like, what is that? I hated it then. I hate it now.
I hate on those terms as well, but I thought we were talking about stuff that we actually heard in regular conversations.
Oh, dude. See, dude, right there.
Dude.
It's like grody to the max and all that other stuff.
Before I came to Ledyard High School in 1987, the Norwich girls. Norwich.
Oh, you gave them Norwich?
Yep.
Originally mom.
Well, yeah, back in 72 in South Carolina, but that's a different story for a different time. And there might have been $50 in a Buick involved. Don't get me started. But the girls in Norwich used that so freaking much. And I hated it. Just drove me up a goddamn wall. Yeah, there was no other term from my childhood that I can think of. Because we started when we were like 6 or 7 in the 70s, and you heard Groovy and you heard all this other bullshit, and then you moved forward, and everything was like, all right, everything has its place. Oh, gag me with a spoon. I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Seriously.
Every time I hear Groovy, I just think of Bruce Campbell.
Every time I hear Groovy, every time I hear Groovy, I think of Greg Brady.
I like Groovy. It's far out, and I'd use that shit on purpose just to be fucking weird.
Just be old. I say it all the time. Wow,
I say right on constantly.
Right on is good.
I do too at work. Right on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, right on.
My daughter got to be a fan through Nickelodeon of the Brady Bunch, and started to use the word groovy as a 4, 5, 6-year-old. And I'm like, stop. No, you're not bringing that back. Don't stop making fetch happen. This is not gonna work.
I love the first Brady Bunch movie. Then when they played on that whole thing of Greg and Marsha being attracted to each other, dude. Even as a kid watching the original series, you thought that
the sexual tension was
at like 10 years old.
You knew out he was freaking hooking up with the mom.
Yeah,
or trying to anyway. I read his book. He was trying like nobody's business.
I didn't know
That's
Barry
a great
Williams
book.
wrote a
If
book.
you can find it out there, Growing Up Brady by Barry
Growing Up
Williams.
Brady.
Fantastic book.
I didn't know he wrote a book.
Yes.
Oh yeah, years ago.
I'm waiting for Maureen McCormick's book so she can say how long Greg's Johnny Bravo was.
Johnny Bravo.
There you go. Look at that.
George Glass.
Oh,
Herm, do you get a term from our era that you hated?
No.
No.
Well, then you're fucking fired. Get out of here. I love you, kid.
you know
That
what?
was-
A lot of kids use massive. That was freaking. It wasn't as
Yeah.
frequent as awesome, but that was around.
Massive
Yeah.
was like, oh, dude, what happened? I had to take a massive dump, or I just let out a massive fart, or dude,
Right.
that,
that girl's ass is massive.
yes,
That was kind of how. Yeah. More
unbelievable.
of an adjective.
Dude, she's got massive tits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh my God, what a great
These
term.
but all these terms that we're talking about are like they're like perfect words. They can mean so many things. It could be a pronoun, it could be a verb, it could be an adjective.
Here we go with the
We don't talk
pronouns
about
again.
pronouns here.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm
Pronoun free zone.
saying. Like the word fuck. It has so like really when it's bad, it's like fuck. And when it's like excitement, it's like, oh fuck yeah, bro, that's awesome. Or disappointment. Fuck, man. It's
Yep.
like just all in how you say it can mean 10 different things out of one word. They're versatile words. That's
Absolutely.
like massive. Yeah, I took a massive shit. He's got a massive cock. How do you know? I don't know.
Oh my shit. 37 in a row? All right,
back
Herm,
here.
let me ask Lynch first. Do you have one for this week, or should I just take over?
No, I was kind of an asshole today at work, but I'll save that for another day. Go ahead and take yours.
You were going to be the asshole of the week.
Me?
We're going to be the hero of your own story.
Yeah.
You were going to be the second ever self-effacing asshole of the week.
Yeah.
He's self-identified.
I identify as a rectum.
All right.
Damn
I have
near
an
killed
asshole
him.
of the week. If Herm has the music, I'll do it. If not, I'll save it for next week.
I don't. Just do it anyway. What the fuck?
All right. If Lynch will sing,
Oh.
kind of, I'll buy it. As you guys out there in La La Land may or may not know, my dad passed away on Thursday of last week, the age of 74. And I am overwhelmed by the amount of support and love and respect that I got from not only these three guys. I'll point to the guys on the Speedway review. I'll point to some of the folks in the comments, Teddy Parmley, Terry Martin. The outpouring of love and respect was amazing. But when there's one gentleman and another outlier that decide that you're still gonna hold on to your bullshit during a time like this, let me throw something out here. I'll start with the first one, who will be late to his own funeral, who's probably late to his own birth, and has been late to work every day since, I don't know, he started fucking working. The amount of things we've done for each other goes beyond whatever grudge you hold. Okay? Just because your wife drags you around by your Johnson doesn't mean you have to allow the world to drag you around by the Johnson.
Do I know where this is going?
No, you don't.
Okay.
But you know who I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
If you think for 1 minute that one short period was everything, you're wrong. I can go back 10 years and go and I could tally everything, but I'm not here to tally shit. I'm here to tell you fucked up. Now, to the other guy who forgets that, a small moment in time does not define everything. If I had heard the news that something bad happened in your family, I would be among the first. I'll never say I'll be the first because there's no way to define that. But I'd be among the first to tell you, hey, I heard, I'm thinking of you. You're in my heart. You're in my prayers. You failed. I will respect you in public if you're with your families, but if I see you alone, let me tell you, I'm going to smack the ever-loving shit out of you. And I'm going to prove that you're not a man because you suck. By the way, all the way from Florida is Bill Bingham on vacation. He says, "What's up, boys?" Jackson says, "Hi, Chris." Jackson, okay, see here, Billy Bingham, great example. One of the ones, other than Herm, who was on the phone with me every 45 minutes because I called him and because he answered, really took care of me. I could throw Terry in that group. I could throw you guys through text. Chris, you did call me once. I don't want to leave you out of the mix. Several others. The unofficial mayor of Middletown, Lindsay Freilich from Bozeman, Montana, called me. People that I didn't think gave half a fuck called me or texted me or asked me. My high school fucking girlfriend saw that, and before any of this was started, saw you there's no way you would fly to Florida without a problem. Tell me what's going on. I said, I can't tell you what's going on. All I can tell you is pray. That's it. And she was cool. And I texted her yesterday and she called me with a great conversation. So wherever you are, Mary Garner now. So Mary Garner, wherever you are. Thank you so much. Thank you, Billy. And you tell everybody down there while you're on vacation, I love you too. I'll see you guys when you get back. If you can't get past your own bullshit, you're not worth my time. You're not. So I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get hot. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to ask Herm to hit the burning down the house button. No, the house has been burnt. It's over. If I see you with your family, I will smile. I will wave. I will say hello to you. If I see you privately in public, I'm going to smack the ever-loving shit out of you for not being the man you claim to be. Hope your balls fall off tomorrow. You're a fucking poor excuse for a human being.
Ooh.
Yes. And if somebody wants to pass that message along, great. If you don't, even better. Stand above. But I'm going to say it here because what they tell me and what I've learned is your haters watch you a lot more than your fans do.
It's true.
So if you're seeing this, try me. Go fuck yourself sideways. And look in the mirror because remember, Chris knows where the bodies are buried. And I'm never going to tell where the bodies are buried, but I'll look you in the eye and tell you where the bodies are buried. Not these three, not the people out there, but I know. And you, sirs, plural, may fuck off. You're the assholes, plural, of the week.
All right.
Asshole. Baby, you're an asshole too.
They're going to pull the shirt over there.
How about you?
I am the great asshole. Fuck him. Anyway,
resemble him.
Who?
I don't know.
Whatever. Don't make me smack shit out of you. I couldn't do it. You wouldn't hurt because you got 40 pounds of beard.
No, you might hit skin eventually.
Yeah, I'm not going to try. I love you too much.
No, I'd rather my wife fondle my beard. Thank you.
I'm not going to fondle. I was going to say smack shit out of you, but you know, you made it funny, so that points in your favor. Oh, you rotten motherfuckers! What do we do now?
Nuzzling your grundle.
My gooch? It's Gucci.
It's very gooch.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Tragedy.
1,000. Oh, who said tragedy?
Marsh. Oh, when you think it's long, but it is dong tragedy.
Finally, you got him. Yes.
All right, that's your one and only.
Jesus.
I'll take
You're
it.
saving that one up.
Yes, he was.
Well,
once in a while you gotta play along with the game.
Tragedy. When two guys are pricks and their wife hold their dicks, it's tragedy.
Well, hey, some people pay extra for that.
Ain't no shame in my game.
They pay by the
Both
hour.
those guys have their dicks in their wife's purse.
I did that
And
once.
they're only allowed to use it when they want. The wife says, "Oh, come here, use the dick." Okay. Fucking cunts. Oh, wow, nice. Do you remember eating that?
No, I don't. I think it was lunch.
It tastes as good
Okay,
the second
crazy.
time around.
Better.
Oh, good question.
Better.
Why is Herm kvetching up in the corner? What's the problem, bro?
Nothing. I'm just wondering where this is going,
I have no idea.
Nowhere.
and wondering
I
if
have
I should
no idea.
play the fucking drums and call it out because it's
I want to
Yeah.
know.
it's got nowhere.
What do you
Go
want to
ahead.
know? What do you want to know?
I want to know, where do we go next week?
yeah,
I'll do this. I gotta send Herm a video, but we'll play it next week. Can't play it tonight. There's no way I would lose my ever loving shit. But I got a video for Herm to play next week, and I think I'll be ready for it next week.
Oh, hey, speaking of something, where would I be able to watch the wrestling from the other night?
Peacock.
The WrestleMania Peacock.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Night one was
Thought you were
great.
gonna-
Night two was fucking phenomenal. You have to
Alright.
set aside literally 7 hours of your life.
Okay. I want to
But-
at least see the second part of the second night.
Good Christ! From the I think it was it night two that my future ex-wife put on a great performance. Maybe.
Is that the chick you sent a picture of?
Yeah,
Rhea
you're really into
Ripley.
that, bro.
Oh my God, I'd be really into that broad if she let me, but there's a restraining order and shit, and there's legalese, and I can't even go to SmackDown anymore because I'm not supposed to be in the same building as she is.
You're not supposed to smack yourself.
That's why you can't have nice things.
Oh my God, dude, I'd die the next day if Rhea Ripley came to my house and said, "Here, take this." Done.
You wouldn't get your pants
Done.
off.
That's a good high note. You sounded like Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Thank you. Except both my eyes are real. Wow, I
That's
just
right,
went there.
because of the whole glass eye thing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
I was waiting for 50 years behind everything Marsh to figure that out.
What, Sammy Davis Jr.?
And the glass eye.
Yeah, I knew about the glass eye.
Okay. See, usually you're behind the curve on everything. That's why we did this show.
No,
You're
he was
kind of
actually-
sus.
he was
You're kind of sus, bro.
Yeah, he was actually ahead of the eight ball most of the whole time.
That's actually the worst part about the slang for me. It's not even the kids doing it. It's when I hear the adults trying to co-opt it to like look hip and cool. Like, especially like women, I find it's just, what are you doing?
Well, because the women want to relate to the kids half their age. What the hell was that?
That's a smoke alarm.
Is
Whose
something on
house is
fire?
burning?
Is something on fire?
Herm, this
It's
can't
not-
happen twice in a lifetime, bro.
It's not me.
Something upstairs. Probably something with a vape.
All right.
Maybe. Okay.
The house
Is Walter vaping now? Do we
the
have to
house
worry
isn't
about him?
shit. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Walter's got a smoking jacket on, and
Yeah, smoking
Yeah, he
jacket.
does.
He opened the door himself to go out on the credenza and have a smoke.
He's got the smoking jacket and hose all around and be like, "Hey, I'm Walter."
he's standing in the doorway with like Marlene Dietrich. That's a little before your time.
Yeah,
A little before anybody's time, but I got it.
I see Walter out there, arm around a hoe,
Yep.
left and right, waiting
Hey,
for his
baby.
nice cold glass of Courvoisier.
Courvoisier.
Nah, Walter
I
ain't got
got
time for bitches. He's too busy on being on job, bro. He ain't got time for that.
I got some Colt 45.
Oh, he was on Bill Maher yesterday or Sunday. Wow, you got to watch it. He said some crazy
Billy D.
shit. Billy D. 87 years old.
Whew, that's a good run.
7?
87. He looks great. Another guy, Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters,
Yep.
I like
70
Ernie Hudson.
is 79.
Jesus.
He looks
Christ.
phenomenal for his age.
Mhm.
What the
Dude.
fuck?
Come on now.
I mean, I look at like
Oh, look who's in the comment section. Big Duke.
Duke.
Thank you, Duke. Much appreciated. Glad you tuned in.
These fucking guys. Yeah, it's us fucking
well,
guys.
I
look
think
at,
we
like-
beat. I
I
think
look
we
at
go
a
ahead.
60
Please, please,
I look
please.
at a 65-year-old now, and you're like, wow, she looks pretty good.
Mm,
Versus
Mm.
when we were kids, And my grandmother
bite
was
your lip?
50. And my grandmother was 50. She looked fucking old.
Okay, so I'm on my way back here. Finished work. I had to stop off and get laundry detergent, whatever, old people stuff. And I'm in. I pass by the packy and I buy my 12-pack, right? So the guy ahead of me is buying like a big one of those big monster bullet bottles of, I think it was Coors Light, and 3 root beer schnapps nippers. Okay.
Mm.
And he's in the line and he's got at this particular pack, you have a loyalty number. I don't shop there often, but I know they have the cheapest Miller Lite in town. So I go there. And he puts in his number and something goes ding. He goes, "Hey, I see here it's your birthday." He goes, "Yes, it is." I'm like, "Oh, wow, cool." He goes, "Yeah, it turned 56 today." This dude looked like he was 90 and he's 50 fucking 6.
Well, and that's part of my point is I look at us. We don't, other than me, I look like I'm fucking ancient. But you guys, you don't look like you're in your 50s.
What's your deal? Did you just have a lot of sun exposure or what?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking abuse my body. Fucking alcohol took a huge toll on me.
Okay, that makes sense because I was looking at a close-up shot. Not to be a dick, looking at a close-up shot that you posted with the eclipse glasses the other day. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
you
right here in
got
this.
some miles."
Yeah, I do.
Herm.
But the same
Stop
thing happened
rubbing.
to my old man at the same age. He went
Herm,
from looking
stop
like
rubbing.
a young man to holy shit, who's the corpse?
Herm, it's the vein. I know. I got one right here. Stop.
Why are we freaking out?
What's up?
No,
What's up?
it's just
Just
we're laughing at the
no
conversation.
offense, but I zoomed in and holy shit, bro, your face. Like
You're my boy and all, but you're old as fuck.
no,
bro.
I love you and shit, but I zoomed in and holy fucking moon surface.
I'm like the human version of Mount Rushmore. I'm very
all right,
chiseled.
yeah,
Dude,
that was
is
a dick thing to say.
Is that a volcano?
sorry.
What the
Dude, it's fucking funny.
My man is the character of Jack in reverse.
I mean, I got man boobs, so I got nothing to fucking,
I used to
I've
have
lost
man
weight, so I'm
boobs.
feeling great.
Yeah, but no, I looked younger when I was heavier, and losing weight is a lot of what did that to me. But I abused my body, man. Out in the sun,
I forgot about the alcohol. That
I was out in the sun.
Factored that in.
But from the age of like 5 until forever, I was out in the sun all day, every day in the summer, just soaking up rays. So I'm lucky I don't have some sort of skin cancer or something.
You
You
go
had
get
other
checked?
cancer, bro. You really did.
I did have cancer, but it was in my head.
Do you go get checked once a year or no?
Yeah.
For like a dermatologist
Yeah,
and
but
shit?
not for the cancer. So
He can check for retardation.
They make sure what 99% of the brain I have left is still fucking functioning
you
on
get
all
tested
cylinders.
every year, but it ain't for fucking cancer.
Yeah,
Tell
we
me
gotta
what you
go.
Tell me what you see in this painting. You
Right?
really? Yeah, dead. He's okay.
One of all of us, fine gentlemen, are going to come up with a topic next week. I will make my speech next week. I will send I'll link Herm to the video. You guys have to see this. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't want to do it tonight. Thankfully, I didn't have to do it tonight. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Take care of the people you love. And
Give me a little hug.
be cognizant of the people around you. If you're a stubborn asshole like me, it may take some time, but eventually you'll learn. And learning is not something you stop doing. I do want to say thank you to each one of these 3 guys. Made a rough week palpable. To all the other people I mentioned that helped me through this week, thank you. I don't want to make this about me. I want to make this about them, all of them. Amazing people. I have truly been blessed with some of the finest people on earth, even Marsh. So let's leave on a high note. And
Matt Marsh.
So we have to make sure he gets his propers every single week. So
Yeah.
To all of you out there in La La Land watching us live or watching us after the fact, I thank all of you and Matt Marsh. And we'll see you next week. Say your piece.
Duty.
All right.
That's your piece?
The inner peace.
Spelled Peace.
Yeah.
Love you, Pop.